So Spain is famously known for their tortilla de patatas, the classic Spanish potato omelet. Of course, here in Spain, we have so many different tortillas besides the potato one, especially seasonal ones. Anyways, that's exactly what we're doing today. We're making a Spanish asparagus tortilla. This is known here in Spain as una tortilla de Espárragos Trigueros. And let me tell you, when the springtime comes, this is the tortilla that you will find at many tapas bars and restaurants. It's got so many great flavors, it's very easy to make at home, and it comes together in just 20 minutes, folks. This is the perfect tortilla for any meal. We're talking breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and every time, serve it next to a crunchy baguette for the ultimate Spanish experience. Let's begin by grabbing 2 bundles of fresh asparagus. As you can see, these spears are not the ultra thick ones or the ultra thin ones, just the regular sized ones, and I've got about 18 spears per bundle. I'm going to rinse them under some cold running water and then pat them completely dry. Once the asparagus have been washed and patted dry, I'm going to lightly pack them with the spears in the bottom. I like to do this, that way when I cut the asparagus, they're all evenly sized. And I'm going to cut the asparagus into 1-inch pieces, which is 2.5 centimeters. For the next ingredient, I'm going to grab 1 large onion, cut it in half, and remove between 1 to 2 of the outer layers. As you know, I always like to do this when I'm working with onions because those outer layers are not as firm as the inside ones. That way when you cook the onion, it gives it a better texture, and it also makes it so much easier to cut the onion. And I like to have a paper towel underneath when I'm doing this for an easy cleanup. And we'll roughly dice the onion. And for the final ingredient to prepare, I'm going to crack in 6 cage-free organic eggs into a large bowl. To make this recipe, you can use whatever eggs you like, but remember, the higher the quality of the ingredients, the better the tortilla is going to taste. We'll season the eggs with a little sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll whisk the eggs together until they're well mixed. For the next step, I'm going to grab a non-stick fry pan. The size of this one is 10 inches in diameter, which is 26 centimeters. I'm going to heat it with a medium heat and add in a 1/4 cup, which is 60 milliliters of extra virgin olive oil. Very important to use some great olive oil here, as it's what's going to flavor this tortilla. I'm using one from the Georgetown Olive Oil Company. This is their Picual extra virgin Spanish olive oil. It truly gives this tortilla that beautiful authentic flavor. You'll find a link where you can get it in the description box below. After heating the olive oil for 2 minutes on a medium heat, I'm going to add in the roughly diced onion and the chopped up asparagus. And start mixing these ingredients around with that olive oil. You want each piece of onion and asparagus to be coated in that olive oil, and I like to mix this continuously. That way the vegetables don't burn and they all evenly saute. After about 7 to 8 minutes, and you can see that the onions are nice and translucent and the asparagus are lightly sauteed. You don't want to brown them too much. I'm going to season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give this a final mix. That way those seasonings are evenly coating the vegetables. We'll remove the pan from the heat and transfer the asparagus and the onion into the bowl with the whisked eggs. And we're going to give this a quick mix, that way all these ingredients are evenly mixed together. Then I'm going to heat the same non-stick fry pan with a low to low medium heat. You don't want to use anything higher here, otherwise your tortilla is going to burn in the outside and not fully cook in the inside. And I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon, which is 15 milliliters of extra virgin olive oil. Then we'll add in our egg mixture with the asparagus and onion. and give it a quick mix. That way all the ingredients are evenly distributed throughout the pan. After about 2 minutes, I'm going to start running a spatula through the outer edges of the pan. This is just to ensure that the tortilla is not stuck to the pan. That way when we do the flip, it doesn't cause a huge mess. About 4 to 5 minutes after adding the egg mixture into the pan, it's time to flip the tortilla to cook the other side. This is a very simple technique. You want to use a plate that's slightly smaller than the pan, place it into the pan, then place one hand on the plate and with the other hand hold the pan and flip it into the plate. And then we'll gently slide the tortilla back into the pan. And just get in there with a spatula and gently move the tortilla around. That way all the ingredients are evenly distributed. And using the back of a spatula, I'm going to start compacting the tortilla from the outside towards the center. This is what gives it that classic rounded edge. After a total cooking time of 9 to 10 minutes, that's about 4 to 5 minutes per side, this Spanish asparagus tortilla should be perfectly cooked. I'm going to remove it from the heat and we'll transfer it into a serving dish. Check it out, our Tortilla de Espárragos Trigueros is done. Such a beautiful Spanish omelet. You can serve this either warm, at room temperature, or even cold. Either way, the flavors of this are going to be mind-blowing delicious. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. This is what it's all about, classic Spanish food. Here we go. Bravo, it is absolutely delicious. So simple but so good. And the extra virgin olive really shines through, like I told you earlier. So important to use your good stuff here. What makes this tortilla really stand out is that the asparagus are in season right now, typically between March and June, and it's what gives this tortilla the most beautiful flavors ever. You saw this, a beautiful Spanish dish, very easy to make, comes together in about 20 minutes, make it at home. You are gonna absolutely love it. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Terry K. Clean and Robert Jefferson, aka the Kamakura Gardener. Again guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. For the rest of you, if you're not with me on Patreon, consider becoming one. It helps with ingredients and equipment to continue making videos like this and sharing these Spanish recipes with you. You'll find my Patreon link in the description box below and iCard above. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button. Till the next time, hasta luego.